One thing's for sure in your sales business, in your family life, and wherever else you want to apply this rule. But if you're going to go up to the next level, you're going to have to give up things that are on the current level and beneath the level that you've already accomplished things on. Stick around. I'm going to explain it all to you. After somebody becomes a client, the first thing they tell me is they say, Ryan, I want to make more money and here's how I want to do it. Or a lot of the real estate agents say, I want to transition from selling $250,000 homes to $1 million plus homes. A lot of loan officers say, hey, I want to get I'm tired of chasing every single real estate agent that I run across. I only want to work with top producers and I want to have somebody that I can rely on for several deals a month that I can build a pipeline alongside of and build my future to where it's actually the closest thing to residual income I can get. Same thing with insurance agents and loan officers, wanting them as their business, and all the independent businesses that I consult as well. Most of them, if not all of them, want to make fewer transactions but larger dollar amounts. Very few people come to me and say, hey, I'm looking to do more deals, right? What they're actually looking to do is work the same or less but be able to make more money. But here's the deal. Like if a real estate agent wants to go from selling $250,000 homes to $1 million homes, they're going to have two completely different messages. As a matter of fact, you can't still sell the $250,000 homes if you're trying to focus 100% on the $1 million homes, because there's two different messages. There's two different tax brackets. There's two different demographics, two different lifestyles, two different style of homes, sides of town, and everything in between, right? The $1 million person is not looking at a $250,000 sales pitch. The $250,000 home buyer can't fathom what it's like to have a $1 million sales pitch. So both of those messages fall on the deaf ears if you're not giving them the right direction. So in other words, what I'm saying is if you're going to sell $1 million homes, you're going to have to give up the image and give up the business that is the $250,000, right? You can't remain playing in that game because that's what pays my bills, man. That's what I've got going on. And that's what leaves you stuck there. You see so many people, they get comfortable with the level that they're on right now, and they say, well, listen, I'm currently earning X amount of dollars. I've got my budget fixed on this, and it's a risk for me to go to that next level. So I don't want to give up what I have going on right here in order for me to go up to the next level. And so they get stuck, right? Year after year, month after month, year after year, they get tired of their job. They feel like they're complacent, that they can't go any better. And all along, it's themselves holding themselves back. That's all they're doing is they're being complacent. They don't want to give up and take the risk to go to the next level, because a lot of times we know what the risk it was and the hard work it was just to get to the level that we're on now. And we think, damn, in order to do that again, God, that's so exhausting. And so we learn to get comfortable, which is a terrible state to be in, right? You either be hot or cold, hate it or love it, but you never want to be lukewarm and comfortable. In business, people can smell it. They're like, this guy, What if I was sitting here and I was like Ben Stein's like, well, what you've got to do is you've got to give up $250,000 a year, $250,000 homes, $250,000. Like, what if I did that? She would bore the fuck out of you. No, instead, I'm dynamic as can possibly be, because that's what I feel that's going to get the message across to the person that pertains to it most, right? I can't have the same message where I say fuck, shit, and bitch and all this other stuff that I say to somebody who's like this very uptight, businessy, doesn't want to hear the truth, hides, I don't want to hear cursing, upstanding citizen, whatever you want to call it, right? I'm trying not to throw too many judgment names out there or whatever the case may be. So I know that my message for people like you, the people that are watching this, right? So there's no need for me trying to put the message to make the other people happy. Now, there was a time in my life where I tried to be lukewarm, right? I tried to be like Joel Osteen. That guy can make everybody happy, doesn't have to look at anybody in the eyes, right? I tried to be like that and tried to make everybody happy, and it didn't work. Everybody would think, they would say, man, what do you think about that Ryan Stewman fella? People go, he seems pretty cool. And that was it, right? And what good does that do me, right? So instead, once I polarized my message and became myself, right? This is who I really am anyway. It's like once I let the cat out of the cat out of the cage, right? Because we're not a bag can hold this back. So anyway, once I let the cat out of the cage, right, became myself, then people say, hey, what do you think about this Ryan Stewman character? They say, I can't fucking stand the guy, or I think he's pretty cool. I'm glad he says what he does, says what he says, and does what he does, man. I think it's nice and refreshing to have somebody like him out there. The bottom line is, I had to give up the people that were, I'll pay him, and he probably knows what he's doing. He seems like an all right cat. In order to attract the people who are like, fuck yeah, I want to work with Ryan. That's the guy. But I had to give up because it's a completely different message to get somebody to get on fire for what you sell or what you have or what you can offer versus somebody who's just like there that you're just kind of like working with. And a lot of you, you're stuck in that like just kind of there, just kind of working method in your business right now. Like I said, you've worked so hard to get to the level that you're on right now, you've become comfortable. But I'm telling you right now that if you want to go to another level, you're going to have to give up the stuff that you're doing, the clients that you have on the level that you have right now. You're going to have to take that same risk that got you where you are right now to go to the next level. You're going to have to take that risk again and put all that work in. So it's up to you to make the decision right now whether the reward at the end of the road of giving up and going up to the next level is worth it or not. So, hey, if you enjoyed this, if you thought it was a good message, you dig it, share it with the people that you work with, share it on Facebook, pass the word around. The more people you can introduce to me on this page, the happier I'll be, the happier they'll be, and I'll continue to give you guys great kick-ass videos with content just like this. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, this Friday, I'm doing a free hangout. If you're on my email list, hardcorecloser.com, just opt in there. Doing a free hangout with Haas Pratt. We're going to show you how to get 30 real estate listings in 30 days.
You want some shit, man?